start, we want to make some lines with our rulers. You want 2 that go from side to side and 2 that go top to bottom. Now I need to break up my bigger spaces, and so I think for this one I'm going to actually go from top to side. Try not to have more than 8 lines. Too many and it's going to be too busy. Once all your bigger spaces are broken up, you need to trace your stencil. Now I need to trace my stencil again. You're going to want to trace your stencil somewhere between 4 to 6 times, spreading them out across the page. Remember, they can also go off the edge of the page. Once you're all done tracing, try to find those teeny tiny little spots that you made when you crisscrossed your lines. Erase them because we don't need to go in and color those tiny spots. This step is optional, but you can do it if you want. It'll make it look a little bit more like stained glass, like the lead line. So you're just going to take a black marker and trace every single line, being as careful as possible. Now we need to pick our colors. So you could do warm versus cool, warm versus neutral, cool versus neutral, or even tints versus shades. For mine, I'm going to do warm versus neutral, and I'm going to have my warm colors be my leaves. Here comes the value part. Where it gets close to the line, it's going to be darker, like the line is casting a shadow on the leaf. Now that I'm crossing the line, I need to change colors. And remember, it's darker closer to the line and lighter farther away. It's easier to go darker with colored pencil and harder to go back and erase in. So try to go light to start, and then you can always go back in and make it darker. Your lighter colors like yellow can be tricky, so make sure you watch out for that. When you do your background, you're actually going to do the whole section in one color. So I'm going to pick brown for this one, and I'm going to start with the outside portions. Remember, darker where it hits the line. You're also going to make it darker where it's close to the leaf. That way it makes the stencil look like it's casting a shadow on the background. Don't forget to go into the little spaces. They're inside the same shape, so they're going to be the same color. Now that I'm crossing the line, I need to change colors. You'll notice I went back in and mixed some colors. That way my neutrals are all in that brown tone, because I didn't have enough colored pencils in my colored pencil box that were different shades of brown. This one has warm versus cool, and it also doesn't have the lead line. This one's a bit trickier. To make it look like shattered glass, the stencil was moved as it hit the lines to trace it at a slightly different spot. It also mixes the warm colors with the neutral colors in the background.